Hey nerds, and welcome to Agents of SHIELD, Theories and Conspiracies. I'm Brian from Good Nerd, Bad Nerd. So this one took me a little longer to get to because I was really trying hard to figure out if there was any connections from the comic to some of the things we saw, and I'll get to that in a minute. But first, I did want to say thank you to viewer Humperdew, who corrected me on a few things. Guys, I get things wrong from time to time. I'm human, it happens, and I appreciate when you guys correct me with the correct information from the source material, and Humperdew did that in the comments. The things I got wrong were specifically related to the Kree, and the first, I said that the pink-skinned Kree were due to a genetic manipulation. It's completely incorrect, and Humperdew was right. I pointed this out, that it was due to inbreeding and breeding with different species, something that the kind of more purebred blue Kree find disgusting. And even though at a certain point there were more pink-skinned Kree, they were never in charge of Kree society. The blue-skinned Kree were always the kind of they were always the leaders of Kree society. So thank you, Humperdew, for pointing that out. He also mentioned that a lot of the things that were previously believed about the Inhuman-Kree relationship, about which came first, have been changed from recently due to the comic series Royals, which delves deep into that kind of history and some of the kind of ancient cosmic beings that impacted the Inhuman and Kree evolution. So I plan on diving into the Royals series. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but so Humperdew, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for the correction. So if I get anything wrong, guys, please correct me. I do read the comments and appreciate you guys keeping me straight, because I want to make sure the right information gets out there. So jumping into this week, this was a good episode because it was just moving the plot forward. A lot of stuff happened, a lot of character development, which was really great. Mack and Yo-Yo had a lot of kind of emotional challenges this week, especially Mack dealing with his lingering issues from the framework about having to lose hope again. And you can really see that he's losing faith in what he's doing with SHIELD and why he's with SHIELD. And if they ever do get out of this situation, his future with the organization is not a guarantee. And I think the actor Alpha has Mackie. Is it Mackie? No. Blanking on the actor's name, but he's even said that Mack's time with SHIELD might be coming to an end soon, because that's just not where his heart is anymore. So the conversations between Mack and Yo-Yo, I think, were really great, and some great character development there. Next, we had the interactions between Coulson, May, and Deke getting to level 35 were very cool. We do learn more about Deke and why he's kind of this loner who's just out for survival. And this is actually something you see a lot in different science fiction or stories where there's this kind of dystopian and overbearing government, and you have people speaking out against it, and a child's parents are taken away. Star Wars Rebels even did this with Ezra Miller. His parents were speaking out against the government and dissenters, and they got taken away, and that's why he's very much a loner and doesn't believe in helping anyone else except himself at the very beginning of the series. And that's a similar thing here. But we do learn, allegedly, that Deke's father is still alive and he is on the surface of the planet. Coulson rightly doesn't trust him, and as the viewing audience, it's hard to trust him as well, because we've seen him, again, make an additional deal with Kasius. Although he doesn't rat out Coulson and the rest, but again, that might just be a way of kind of making sure if he does it in a way where he protects himself. We'll have to see how that plays out. I think we can trust him. I do believe his father is on the planet. That makes sense. It doesn't. I think he is going to turn out to be a good guy, and that he's just trying to protect people in the only way he knows how. So we will see how that plays out. Now, floor 35, where they do end up going, this science lab, This was a huge reveal to what is going on with the Lighthouse, and that in order to control the population, the Kree are limiting their breeding potential so that humans can't get pregnant anymore unless the Kree allow it. And the Kree are essentially trying to breed in humans, because this is Kasius's, however you say his name, it's his meal ticket. This is how he is earning money to get his way off of the Lighthouse, off this dead planet. We still don't know why he's there, if he was sent here in exile, if it was a punishment, or if he was a low-ranking Kree official and this was just his post, and now he's slowly been accruing money to buy his way out. We don't know any of that. I'm sure that will be revealed, I think, as his plans and things have been revealed, thanks to the character Ben. We've been learning more about him, and I think that's going to be a big aspect to what his ultimate goal is. So, yeah, that whole Floor 35 thing was pretty creepy, and then we, found out why they were taking Daisy's blood, because as far as they know, she's the most powerful Inhuman they've ever come across, because the Inhumans TV show never happened. That to be said, they are probably going to try and use her blood to create more Inhumans like her, or at least that's the original plan. I don't think Kasius has any hopes for the Lighthouse lasting that long. But talking about his plan, yes, he is definitely trying to buy his way off the rock, whether it's buying a starship, whether it's just buying passage for himself, although there's a whole bunch of other Kree on that planet that, or on the Lighthouse, that serve him. So it's hard to say if he's just trying to get all the Kree off there, or if it's just him and his assistant. Yeah, we don't have an answer to that. But he does plan on destroying the Lighthouse afterwards. So he hates humans with a passion. Although he does have a thing for Gemma, because she's unblemished, and all of the humans down below are scarred and beaten down and dirty and kind of disheveled. But Gemma, he has a soft place for in his heart, and pretty much any human that meets his standard, he lets them be in his presence. But yeah, he's going to blow up the Lighthouse, which, again, we don't know if he's planning to take all the Kree with him, if they're all going to evacuate, because I don't imagine Kree society would let him back in if they knew he basically massacred everyone that served under him. That doesn't seem like something they would be too keen on. But the whole plan is revealed because of Ben's abilities, and we learn a lot about that. I was looking really hard to see if anyone matched Ben that is a known Inhuman in the Marvel Universe, and there isn't really anyone. There are Inhumans that exhibit telepathic or psychic abilities, but none of them fit Ben. So I don't think he is from the comics. I'm pretty sure he's a unique character just for the show. Now, Fitz. That reveal at the end where Fitz is there. We knew he was. But the question is, how did he get there? How long has he been there? And why are humans there allowed to be a part of this? Going back and looking at screenshots and watching again, I was kind of wondering if they were impersonating pink Kree. Maybe they had colored eyes or anything, but it's nothing like that. They're clearly just humans. So that's a big question. Who are these humans that are allowed to mingle with the kind of higher up Kree in the Lighthouse? And at what point did Fitz get there? Because he clearly didn't go the long way. He didn't age over 90 years, and his old man Fitz. He had to have come through time somehow, and I think, from what I understand, that's the episode we're going to get next week, is Fitz's side of the story. But he's not evil. I'm going out on a limb and saying this. Fitz, even though he's calling for Daisy to be in a duel to the death, he's not evil. We're not getting another season of evil Fitz. After the framework, they want us to think Fitz has changed and that he's evil with that line, but that's not going to be the case. He's got a plan. Maybe it's something about the arena he can manipulate with some gadgets or some tech or something, but we don't have another case of evil Fitz. But the question is, when did he get there, and how long has he been there? I'm willing to say he's been there for at least a few years, which I imagine has been pretty hard on him, but for him to be in a position where he could come to that, he either had to convince the humans delegation to trust him, or he had to work his way up through the delegation. So either way, it was going to take some time, and so he's been there probably for at least a few years. Potentially he didn't know how to use the obelisk accurately enough to get there, but all that to be said, it will be interesting to find out his side of the story after the cafeteria scene. So what did you guys think? Did I miss anything? There was, again, it was a good episode, not too much on references from the comics, but maybe I missed something. Humperdude, did I miss anything? You've got a good eye for this stuff, and you've got a lot of knowledge and background, so let me know if I missed anything. But until next time, guys, I'm Brian from Good Nerd, Bad Nerd, and this has been Agents of SHIELD, Theories and Conspiracies.